Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today you might realize that I have no books on my top shelf and you might find it strange, but there's a very easy explanation for that, and it's because I will be doing Leigh Bardugo's guide to you. It's one of my favorite authors. I read most of her books. There's a duology I haven't read yet, but I will be getting into it. And I think it's all. Maybe there's some short stories. I haven't read The Life of Saints yet, but that's something I can talk about even without reading the books. So there are three main parts you can split the Bardugo's books into. The first one is the grishaverse, and then we have Alexander, and then we have Familiar, which is just one book. And my best advice for you would be to start reading the Bardugo with the Six of Crows duology. So the Six of Crows and the Crook Kingdom. I have them in Polish, so don't mind, there's something else written on them. And I know some of you might be like, but it's chronological. The Shadow and Bone was first. Yeah, I know that, but I still think it would be better for you to start with Six of Crows. You will understand everything perfectly. You don't need anything else. You can just dive right into this world and everything will be fine. And it's my personal opinion, I think starting with Six of Crows is better. So Six of Crows is a duology talking about 6 teenagers doing a big heist that seems impossible for them. It's in the first book, and the second book they just have to deal with the outcome of the heist. His heist, I don't know, it's a heist, and this is the first Leigh Bardugo's books I read. You can see there are quite thick. These books are high. It's not the usual size, I think, and they are quite thick. I love Polish edition. It looks beautiful and it's pretty spines. So then when you read Six of Crows, you can dive right into Shadow and Bone trilogy, which comes before Six of Crows. But I read it after, and I think you should also read it after Six of Crows. So we have Six of Crows. I think it's Siege Storm. Yeah, I think it's true. It is Siege and Storm. And the rest one is Ruin and Rising. It's a trilogy that follows the story of Alina Starkov, who finds out she's a sun summoner, which basically means she can summon light. And these books take place in the same universe, in the same world, in different parts of it, but Six of Crows mentions the Shadow and Bone. I still think reading Six of Crows is better at the beginning. Most people call it even better books. And some people make a mistake after reading Six of Crows, want to read the Shadow and Bone trilogy with the same... I don't have the right word for it. They want to feel the same thing again, and it's not going to be that. Six of Crows is talking about very different things that Shadow and Bone. Six of Crows are still teenagers, and you can see them because they're joking all the time, doing all the funny things. It's more lighthearted, even if this has some more serious matters, and it's a lot more tabs were put into this. The plot is a lot better, I can lie. While in the case of Alina and her friends and everyone, they're young adults who were forced into adultery from a young age, and it's a lot more serious. It isn't very dark. It depends on the person, I think, but there are no jokes in there. These people are joking. It's a serious matter. It's a live or die situation, not only for them, but for our country. It's not a big spoiler, you get it at the beginning, totally. And the plot wasn't so satisfying. I watched the Shadow and Bone TV series, it was Netflix, after reading the Six of Crows, before reading Shadow and Bone, and the plot in the series is a lot better than what happens in the books. I think it was kind of messy and it was hard to get a hang on it, but it was still enjoyable to read. Then after that you have the next duology, which I don't have. I did two books I didn't read, and it's King of Cars, and a second book I don't remember. Rule of Wars. What's Rule of Wars? So you have King of Cars and Rule of Wars, which happens after the Six of Crows, and has characters from Shadow and Bone and from Six of Crows, but it's mostly centered on the characters you meet in Six of Crows. I haven't read it. I don't know what's happening there. But if you want to watch a TV series, I will also recommend. Okay, Mama recommend, but I'm back. If you want to watch the TV series, I recommend watching it after Six of Crows before reading Shadow and Bone, because it's just better, and I think you will understand more things if you watch the TV series. Of course, there will be spoilers for what's happening in the books. You probably know what's going to happen, but I really enjoy looking at things that I know will be happening right there, and they were described already, like Jacob's gun, and how the things will change and everything like that. There were some unexpected twists, I might say, so this is not so. And the twists were the best. After that, I will recommend, and while we're still in Grishaverse, there's a short story coming up, and it's continuation of the Six of Crows. I don't know where it takes place. Probably after everything, or maybe while the King of Cars is happening. And it's Letters for Canada, and I think it's coming in May 2026. And then we have the next series by the bardugo, and I heard I say it was going to be a series of 5 books at the beginning, but then it changed to a trilogy. There are 2 books published, and we are waiting for the third one. That's probably coming in September or 2026. And we have the Nun House and the Hellbat. I enjoyed more than I enjoyed anything Grishaverse later. I think I just more like the academic, dark academia vibe that these books have, and I just enjoyed the world building in it more. It was a hard read. It was one of the more serious books I read, and very enjoyed them at 13, if I'm not wrong. So it was a lot more serious. But I still enjoy them. They're very good books. So it follows the story of Alex Term, which can see ghosts. Good. Yeah, I know. Very like vibes. She's going to Yale, and the whole story is set in Yale. Maybe in other places too, but it's around Yale. Everything is happening around Yale. Alex is studying at Yale. She was scouted to study at Yale, and Alex can see ghosts. And we follow her story that is set after the disappearance of her mentor, Huntington. Or maybe more than a mentor, but you will get to that, okay? I really enjoy them. I love how all these characters were built. I just love the vibe I get from these books. There is something amazing about them. They're one of my favorite books. And after that, we have the last book, or at least the last one I know of, and it's just familiar. It's a standalone. It was published in 2025, if I'm not wrong. It follows the story of Lucia. I always read Lucia because this is how the Polish French works, and I think Bob names the term, so whatever. It follows the story of Lucia, who can do some magic tricks. You can see she's a witch, but not exactly a witch. And she takes part in a tournament for the king to find a magician for him. And we also have a mentor here, Gilles Santanga. Probably is it wrong, but Guilin Santanga. And it's kind of the same case as with Darlington and Alexter. It's Arlington, but it's just as it follows the story of Lucia and Lucia, and the world tournament taking place. And aside from these books, there are also short stories set in grishaverse. Most of them were in my version of the trilogy. We have Mal's Weather. I don't know if it's an original 6 Shadow and Bone book, but Mal has a letter. You can read it if you find it. Then we have a short story about Genia, which I don't know how it will be called in English version. But we have a short story about Genia, and then we have Demon in the Woods, and it's a short story about the Darkling. And aside from that, we have also Language of Thorns, or Shadows. I don't know which one of them, but I think Language of Shadows. I don't know what it is about. I don't know anything about it, but I think this is just a set of short stories taking place in the grishaverse that everyone can read, even if you don't read the rest of the books. And we have Lives of Saints, which is a book a lot of times mentioned in Shadow and Bone trilogy. And with that, I recommend you to read The Letter of Rumal after the first book, the short story about Genia after the second book, and Demon in the Woods after the third book. Mostly because this is in my version, so why not? Lives of Saints, probably after reading Shadow and Bone, would be the best pick. And Language of Shadows, wherever you want. Like, pick any time, but maybe when you don't want to follow the plot and you just want to something short, it will be a great. And yeah, I just wanted to show you my newest books. I just got them today. So this book is When I Spent Fyodor Dostoevsky. It's the Penguin Little Black Classic. The paper is kind of straight, like it's not very floppy, because the cover is, but the paper is very stiff, if I must say that. And today I just found out it has another short story aside from White Knight, and it's a Bobok. I think Bobok. There should be information. Yes, it's Bobok. I don't know what Bobok is. This is the first time I ever heard of Bobok. I want to buy this only for the White Knights. As I said, I only found out it has Bobok today, before I even got the books. Because I was like, wait, I never checked if this is the White Knights. Oh, it also has another story. Okay. So this book is mine. And it's really little. My palm is bigger than this book. It's the size of my head, even smaller. It's very small. And the second book that is bigger. It's from this. It's The Plague by Abercrombie in Polish. I have another book. I can say in a series because and it's The Stranger by Abercrombie in also Polish. And I'm very excited to read it. I love this edition. The cover is absolutely perfect. I think it pictures exactly who Albert Camus is and what his works are about. I'm excited to read them, and I think that's all I have to say for you for today. So, Six of Crows, Shadow and Bone, King of Scars, Ninjas, and Familiar. This is all I have to say for you. Bye!